Hi, and welcome back to Country Cooking and Living. Today we're going to be doing corn, and we're going to be preserving it. When I decided to start doing this many years ago, when my kids were very little, I tried to save money on getting corn from the grocery store in bulk, or getting it from the farmer's market to farmers to U-Pick farms, because it's cheaper and it's healthier and better tasting too. The problem is that if you live in an apartment or a regular house or something, most people don't have the space to do what I do. I've always had a upright freezer, or you can have a deep freezer. That's the ones that are, long and down, where you bend over, and they can hold quite a bit. When my kids got older, through the years, I found that when I moved into a house, I needed this for me and my kids. And I started trying to figure out how to make it last for a year. And I went through processing it through canning it, which you cannot can corn, you have to pressure cook it because of the stuff that's in it. And I've done blanching it, I've done freezing it, I've done different processes, and the one that I like the most is the way that I do it. Before I go and get my corn anywhere, I try to make it where it's the cheapest possible. Farmers markets are cheaper, and U-Pick farms are cheaper, and local farmers are too. If you do not feel like picking it, you can go to a farmer and ask them, and they usually do what they call the baker dozen, which is 13 corns for whatever price it is. Most of the time it's $5. So what I did was I figured out how to do it for me and my family. You start out with how many are in your family. My household, it's my husband, my stepdaughter, my 2 boys, and me. That's 5. Now for a meal, you times that by 2 usually, and that makes 10. Well, when you go to corn and you go to the store and you get like them in 6 or 12s, that's what you do. Well, I add the other extra amount, the 6, to make it 12 and stuff. I do it because somebody could come over or a friend could come over. So at that point, there's 12 heads of corn. Now, if you think about that for one meal, you have to think about how many times you're going to eat it through the year. It might be once a month, it might be twice a month, it might be more than that. We do it once a month. Now, you times that by 12, you get like 144. That's how many I have to go through. So I have to process it to make it last for the whole year. Now, I also freeze them for the holidays too, which is another amount, just double that amount, so it's 288. I have found that even if you go to the grocery store, you will end up spending about that. Usually you can get corn, a corn in a package of like 6 for a certain amount of money. You need to divide it to find out how much it is. So if you got a sale going on, there's 6 for $3, you divide that to get how much you're actually paying for the corn. If it's under 50 cents, it's a good bargain. If it's not, don't get it. So when I do that, I make sure I watch how I spend it to make the money for my family so that I can put that somewhere else. And corn, I can save about $50 doing this, give or take. So my process that I do is I freeze the corn on cookie sheets, and then I wrap them in foil, and then I put them in a bag. So I'm going to show you this process that I do. So we're going to take a break, and I'll show you all the process that we go through. Welcome back. This is Country Cooking and Living. We're out in the fields picking corn. The kids are somewhere back there. And this is sweet corn. They're picking some so that we can preserve it, like I said earlier. And when they come back, we will be going through it all and shucking it, peeling off the hair and all that, and then we're going to clean them, and then I will show you how we process them. So as you can see, they're way back there. way, way, way back there. Somewhere in that field. So I'll see you in a little bit, and peace, love, and hope. As you can see, this is a couple boxes worth. The kids have been picking it pretty good, and we're almost done because we only do a couple boxes worth, and we chuck them in and do all that stuff, and it's a bit of a process for us. But as you can see, this is what we have right now, and they're out there still, somewhere way, way out there. This is the path that they took, right through here. They're way out there. So, I guess we'll see you in a little bit. Hi, and welcome back to Country Cooking and Living. As you can see, we've already shucked them, cleaned them off, made sure there's no hair, and we put them on a cookie sheet. There should be about, give or take, 14 on a cookie sheet. Now, we're going to do the process that I do. You're going to need foil, and you're going to need a gallon-size freezer bag. This will hold 5 corns. Now, you need to date it and write what it is. So, here we go. You take a sheet, you take the corn, and you roll it. Make sure it's tight. Tight. Hold it and fold it. Now, I do not blanch them. Some people do. I do not. When I've blanched them, they become squishy. This is basically frozen straight away when you pick it, and it's kind of like a flash freeze in the 8 deep freezer that I have. And I just sit here and do this. Tight, roll, twist, twist, and you got it. I usually have the kids put this away straight away. But as you can see, it's not hard. Even little kids can do it. And just keep doing the process until you've done them all. They have to be tight because you don't want any of it to be frozen from like frost freeze or freezer burnt. That's 4 so far, as you can see. And then do another one. If you do them straight away, they stay frozen. This is basically the same process that you get frozen corn in the store, and it takes a hell of a lot here. And you got 5. As you can see, you can put 5 in here. Make sure it's tight on a seal. And one for your butt today. You just make sure there's air down. And you just put it over to here. And you just keep doing the process. That one was being difficult. Not a big deal. And you just keep doing the process. Once you get used to it, you can actually start doing it really fast. saves money, it saves on its face. Because when you get them from the store, they're not as flavorful as sweet corn that you get from the farmer's market or farmer or anything like that. And it gives back to the farmers if you do it the way that I do. I try to buy from the farmer, local, or the farmer's market, because they're growing this, they're making a profit, it goes back into them instead of a middleman. But it's an easy process, it's simple, it's effective. You should see it. So, want to get the air out. Yeah. You can see it fits 5. Again. So I have a couple more to do. And I have lots of them in the freezer. So this is a long process. So like I can do this in about 20 minutes. But I had hope it'll go quicker because this doesn't take that minutes because I've done it so many times. If you have everything prepped like this and the foil already done, you can go through minutes. I've been doing it so long for the kids. It saves. You'd be surprised. This isn't popcorn, corn. This is just regular sweet corn. And easy and simple as you've seen. The bags hold 5. You see how easy and simple it is. Anybody can do it. If you have a smaller freezer, that's okay. Because you can still do it for a small amount. Because like when I was raising my kids, I was a single mom. And I would get things in bulk and I would try to make it last a little bit. And sometimes I didn't have a big freezer. And I figured out ways of doing it. Laying down stuff or basically playing Tetris with the food. And it does work. It saved me a lot of money doing it this way. And when you have 3 kids, it's harder to do a lot of things. I'm just trying to get you guys used to this sheet. And this one's going to be difficult because he's tiny. But when I was going to the store, I'd go and get some, and I would freeze it. And I found that if I lay them like this, and I take the thing out, it would say it. I would go to farmers markets, I would go to the store when there were sales, and I would get them, and I would try any process that I did. Canning to pressure cooking, I did the this way, but doing a blanch way, I didn't like that. I found that it was too squishy when I would cook it up. So I do it this way and it comes out fresh, still tight, like you just got it out of the field. So this is better for me. Now you can see there's 4 right there and then there's 2. So As you've seen, this is the process that I go through every time, and it saves money, at least $50 to up to $100, and that money can go into something else. It can go into flour, it can go into sugar, it can go into, you know, meat and everything else, but this is what I do when I do my corn. I preserve it this way. It's simple, it's easy, anybody can do it, little kids can do it. So now you've seen it. So I hope that this helps you save. I hope this helps you learn how to figure out how to preserve enough food for your family. I hope that you enjoyed this video. And from my family to you, love, peace, and hope.